went into a sex shop and asked the assistant for a vibrator. Wagging his finger at her, he said, "Come this way." She replied, "If I could come that way, I wouldn't need a vibrator." During Sunday school, Tracy turned to her teacher and said, "Please, miss, I found out where God lives." "Really?" smiled the teacher. "Where does he live?" "At number 12 Beech Street." "How do you know that?" "Yesterday, I was passing it on the way to school and I heard a woman from the upstairs bedroom shouting, 'Oh God, oh God.'" "Grandpa, have you got your own football?" asked his grandson. Puzzled, Grandpa replied, "No, Billy, I don't play football anymore. Why do you ask?" "Because I heard Dad say that when you kicked it, we'll all be able to afford a good holiday." As the young girl leaves school for home, a car draws up and a man leans across, saying, "Hello, let me give you a lift home." "No thanks," she says firmly and heads on up the road. The car follows and again the man speaks to her. "Come on, get in, I've bought you a comic." "No, I don't want to," she cries and starts to run. The car catches up her again and the man says, "Look, it's starting to rain. You're going to get so wet if you don't get in." "How many times do I have to say no?" she screams. "It was your choice to buy the ladder, but it doesn't mean I have to ride in it, Dad." There was only one supermarket basket left at the door of the shop as a woman and a man approached from separate directions. "Excuse me," said the woman. "Do you want the basket?" "No thanks," he replied. "I'm only after one thing." "Typical male," she said to herself as he walked away. Coming home from work, a man passed the sex shop and on impulse went in and bought a blow-up doll. He couldn't wait to get home to try it out, but when he pumped her up, she just went flat again. The next day, the man went back to the store and demanded to see the manager. "So what exactly was wrong with the doll?" he asked. "I'll tell you what," he replied angrily. "As soon as I'd blown her up, she went down on me." "Bloody hell," exclaimed the manager. "If I'd known that, I would have charged you twice as much." When Samantha was expecting twins, she interrupted a burglary and got shot twice in the stomach. Fortunately, the babies were delivered safely, but the bullets were never recovered. 17 years went by, when one day her daughter came to her in great distress. "Oh, Mom, I just been to do a wee, and all of a sudden, out popped a bullet." Samantha told her it was nothing to worry about and explained what happened all of those years ago. A little later, she caught sight of her son sitting down with his head in his hands. She went up to him, put her arms around his shoulders and said, "Don't worry, I think I can guess what happened. You went to the toilet and a bullet came out." "Oh, no, Mom, it wasn't like that. I was having a wank and I shot the dog." The little boy's mother had been away for a week's conference, and on returning, she asked her son how it had been. "Okay," said Ben, "except there was dreadful thunder and lightning on Tuesday night, so me and Daddy snuggled up in the same bed." "You mean Daddy and I," said his young nanny. "Oh, no," said the boy. "That was Wednesday night, don't you remember?" It was an idyllic scene. Little old Grandma was sitting in her rocking chair, knitting a jumper for her granddaughter. On the floor in front of her chair sat her two beautiful grandchildren, quietly looking at some picture books. All of a sudden, the children turned to Grandma saying, "Oh, Grandma, please tell us a story. We love your stories. Please, please." "Well, I don't know," replied Grandma. "I'm a bit tired." "Oh, please, Grandma, tell us our favorite story about when you were a whore in Liverpool." The man was approached by the most beautiful salesgirl he had ever seen. "Can I help you, sir?" she said. "What would you like?" "What would I like?" he mused. "I would like to take you away from all this. We would go to the most elegant restaurant in town, linger over the port, and then head back to my place for soft lights, sweet music, and mad passionate love." He sighed. "That's what I would like, but what I need is a new shirt."